comment says, I'm not planning on having kids, but I always have a little bit of anxiety that I'll regret it when I'm older. And I think that's normal. But I have to ask you this. Would you rather regret not having a child or regret having a child? Now, I know that seems harsh, but even if you do a quick search on Reddit for regretful parents, you'll see that for a lot of people, it's not exactly what they expected and it's not exactly what they originally wanted. There are some people who just did it because they thought they should. They thought they should want to be a mother. They thought they should want to be a parent. You grow up, you get married, you have kids. They didn't think that there was really any other way. And I'm proof of that. I was born in the 60s, grew up in the 70s and 80s, got married in the 90s to a man who also did not want to have children. And we stuck with that choice. And the reason I say stuck with it is because there was a lot of pressure on us with this idea that we might regret it or our lives would not be fulfilling without children. And we started hearing this stuff at our wedding reception. I was like, calm down. I didn't even eat the cake yet. So I would ask you, what would you regret not having? If you're thinking of the hallmark ideal of a family around a Christmas tree, surrounded by grandchildren, and everybody's getting along, that would be amazing. I understand why you might regret not having that. But what if that's not the case? I know some families who have that idyllic situation, but they're not the majority because there are so many variations in the human condition. I have friends who have kids who will need care for the rest of their lives, so much so that they have to put in their will who will take care of the child when they're gone. I have people in my life whose adult children have drug and alcohol abuse problems, and they are taking care of those adult children for the rest of their lives. I have people in my life whose children have married somebody they didn't really care for and are now estranged from their children. I have people in my life who have a wonderful relationship with their children, but their children live in other countries. And I have people in my life who have confessed to me very privately, mostly women, but a couple of men, that they love their children very, very much. They would jump in front of a bus for their children. But if they had a chance to do life over again, they would not have children. On the opposite side, I have people in my life who have had 3 and 4 kids and would love to have had 3 or 4 more, and they're excellent parents, and they felt the need to be a parent from the depths of their soul. They couldn't imagine not being a parent. There was no fence sitting. It's what they always knew they wanted to do, and they had to do it, and they're wonderful at it. So what I would say to you is think about why you might feel regret. Think about all of the variables that can come up when having children and raising a family, and say to yourself, am I willing and ready to accept all of these scenarios in all of these situations without question? Because that's what becoming a parent is. And if you say, no, that sounds really difficult and I don't think I could handle X, Y, or Z, then honestly, I don't think it's fair for the child you would bring into the world if you're not all in on this. So the bottom line is nobody can make this choice except you. Nobody should pressure you into not having children. Nobody should pressure you into having children. But since your original comment was about regret, remember what I said in the beginning. It's better to regret not having a child than to regret having one.